you know, these people passing, these people who have um have set standards in the industry, have put, I mean, Jamaican comedy. I mean, you hear Jamaican comedy, you think of Jamaican comedy and Oliver at Large. You think of Oliver Samuels, and you think of Oliver at Large. You think of Mafi. You think of Dusimina, and Punsi. All these different names. Come, Marcia Brown.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Legends in these areas.
yeah. So, yeah, man. Because I like to watch a good comedy show and a good play, or whenever I have a chance to do, I like to have my belly bust and a good laugh, a good chuckle. Laugh is medicine to laugh. So,
I know, right? I
and
know. I just want to say, those of you who were watching via YouTube, for some reason it got disconnected. I don't know what happened, but we are back on a different in a different what do you call it, stream. So just go back to our page and you'll see the current stream going on.
oh,
Sorry
so
about that.
I'm not live in the living color, people. It's my life.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening today. I really
You
don't
touched
know.
something earlier that I'm itching to talk about, but let me behave myself on this one.
What are you itching to talk about?
Miss Richardson of the United States of America.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What did you want to say about it? What did you know? What you know? What I left out one thing when I did bring it up. The reason why she smoked weed, she said, was because her biological mother, apparently she had just found her recently. I don't know how recent, and the biological mother passed away, and in order to deal with it, she had smoked up. So that's the story behind it, on how the weed got in her system and how she was tested with
Yeah.
it. Now, let's hear from you, Benji. What do you think about all this?
Number one, I give this young lady credit
Mm-hmm.
for what she did.
For what?
For fessing up for what she confessed. She confessed what she did wrong. She admitted that she took it, and she admitted that she was wrong for taking it. Of
Okay.
course, and of course, everybody's like saying weed. We heard of steroids, but weed. You gotta suspend somebody for weed. Yes, rules are rules. We understand that, but I must give her props. She confessed and said, "Hey, yes, I took it originally. I shouldn't have took it." But the only question I had to say, and Lady J and I were talking about it, my wife, was, yes, your mom passed. What was her surround system?
Right.
Where was her coach to say, okay, you know what, help her grieve in this situation? Where was her BBF, her best friend, if she had any best friend people around, or is she? I know the only person she had to lean on after she won that victory before all it came about, before this all came about, was her grandmother. But where was her surround system to say, okay, you know what, let's go through this together? And if she had that, then we know we would have seen the event that everybody was looking for. In the left hand corner from the United States of America, we have the flowing blondage here with the long nails, Miss Richardson, versus Shelley Ann Fraser Price. That's what I was looking forward to.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were looking forward to
I
seeing
was
that
looking for
race.
that right now so I could ring off my Dutch pop on my balcony and go, come on, Rocket Shelley Ann, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Because she's coming from a long way, Miss Shelley Ann Fraser Price. Because at her age, she's not supposed to be doing 100 either. At her age, she's not supposed to be doing 100. But right now, she's turning up that track. And right now, I'm telling you, I can't wait for the Olympics. That's the only time I'm going to watch the Olympics and turn off my TV
Yeah.
after that.
I mean, I'm glad that she owned up to it. I think she did an interview that I don't think she should have done. I think she went on, it was Good Morning America she went on, and I think that did more harm than good.
Okay.
Um the way that she presented everything, yes, she owned up to it, okay, but uh, the way that she spoke, it almost seemed like she didn't care.
Okay, yeah.
She didn't care. I should clarify what she didn't care about. She didn't care about the Olympics. And that's fine. That's her prerogative. if that's how she feels. But it seemed dismissive, and and in a way, I could see why they decided that they didn't select her to run the 4x100. Because I looked at that interview and I said, you know what, I think this is gonna hurt her, because she was like, at the end of the day, she's just about her mental health, and I get that. But there's a way that she should have expressed that to still show she's interested in running for the 4x100, if indeed she was interested in running for the 4x100. I think it hurt her, and that's why they said, we're not going to select you. Now, regarding the weed thing, I think it's something, I don't think this is a new thing for her. I think this is a regular thing. To be honest, I think she's familiar with the weed.
Wow. Going so deep on what?
Yeah, I don't think this is like something, oh, let me go smoke weed and what, I think this is something she knew about, if familia. And I do agree. Where was her support? Where was her coach? Where was her family? Yeah. But rules are rules, whether we agree with weed being on the list of drugs not to be used or not. It's still a rule, and we have to go by it. And, her support was not there. Unfortunately, she is young, and that's why they should have felt the need to have a strong support for her, and unfortunately, this is where we are. We can't even see the Olympic race that we wanted to see because of this, what happened. It's unfortunate that she lost her mother that she recently found, but I'm glad that she at least recently found her biological mother. It's an unfortunate situation. But yeah, Shelly Ann Price is just gonna have to take it, right? I think
she was gonna take it anyway.
Yeah, I think she was gonna take it anyways, because you look at the timings, and I'm like, although Sha'Carri is a beast, Shelly Ann is going murder upon the track.
I swear some words on the Christian radio, where's a murder?
Murder on the track. Yeah.
For all you people who needs a murder, she's just gonna win the track, she's gonna blaze up the track.
Yeah.
But something good came out of this for the young girl anyhow.
She learned.
Nike says they're not gonna release her, they're gonna keep her on the contract.
Oh, Nike signed her? She had an endorsement by Nike?
No, she was already with Nike, but Nike said, because of your confession, we're not gonna let you go. We understand that you made a...
Yeah, and what I'm saying is that she had an endorsement with that Nike. I didn't know that. I didn't know she was signed with Nike.
Yeah.
Had no clue. Okay, nice. Well, I mean, that's good. She's fortunate that she got a second chance. I think it's only because of the tragedy she went through, so they're being sympathetic or empathetic towards that.
Young.
Yeah, that too. That too.
She was 37 and she did this. I think U.S. I just didn't like how U.S. left her to try to say, okay, we're not gonna. We could have kept you on the team to run the 100, but because of the situation and we don't want the media, all the rest, we're just gonna let you.
But she couldn't do the 100. She was under suspension.
I'm sorry. I'm talking about the relay. Sorry, my bad. The relay.
It's because of what she said. Her coach never should have allowed her to have that interview. The interview hurt her.
That's not really her coach. I think it's her manager.
It could be both. It's support is support. Coach, manager, family, support is support. Whoever is speaking to her and talking to her and telling her, what to do and advising her.
Where's her agent in all this?
Yeah.
Let me call it agent.
All of them. Like, somebody should have been sitting there beside her, something like that. I admire her for wanting to just talk about it and be open about it, but it can hurt you as it did. They're no longer allowing her. They didn't sign her up for the 4x100, and that would have been, I said, at least she's in the 4x100. Okay. But she's not now. So let's go to the chat. DJ Analyst says, I don't think there will ever be any good reason to smoke weed when it comes to competitive sports. Yeah, because, even though they say that majority of the time they say, it slows you down, your reflexes are not as quick. There's some studies that say that some athletes have said it enhanced their ability to be better in sports. So that's why it's on the list.
Weed?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to be honest with you. I haven't smoked weed in the 50 years I've been on the planet Earth,
Me
I
neither.
think weed does two things to you for people who take weed. Either it makes you sleepy or it makes you hungry. To run fast, I don't think so.
Well, they've done tests, and they've asked athletes themselves. I read it in the on the United, what is it, the UADA, which is the United States Athletic Department, Associate Department, something. And they said, yeah, some athletes have said that it has enhanced their ability. You know, there's some people that weed doesn't affect them where they're slow. Yeah, it may make them hungry, but doesn't affect them where they're slow. It actually allows them to think clearer.
They're mixing that with something else besides weed.
Huh?
They're mixing that weed up with something else to make them run fast.
Well, I mean, whatever. Whether it allows you to think clearly or do whatever. I mean, I'm not going to talk about weed because that's not the topic. But ganja, weed coming from Jamaica, we know ganja is therapeutic. There are certain things in ganja. We use it in tea. It does kill colds and stuff like that. We use it to fight off colds. So there is a medicinal purpose to it. There's, and it does enhance certain things. So I know the number one is that it can slow you down and it does cause you to be hungry. But it can do other things.
That's the only thing is that.
No, that's not the only thing. No, that's not the only thing. That's the most common things that it does, but that's not the only thing.
If I went on Wikipedia right now and asked what marijuana does to me, if it makes me run fast, they're going to tell me no.
That's not true, Benji. I just told you that they've done studies and some athletes have said they've experienced enhanced performance after smoking it. So I can't, if athletes have said that, then that's why it's on the list. Claremont says, I still would have loved to see the face-off. Now we will never know who was the best of the two.
Of course.
Yeah.
Jamaica paid the price. We already said that to you so many times.
Yeah.
Jamaica winning gold medal. They're winning all three girls in Jamaica are winning bronze, silver, and gold. And if there's a copper medal, they're winning copper too.
Every Jamaican will disagree with you, Brother Claremont. They will say, yes, we will know. It would be a good race, but yes, we will know who's the best. It would be Shelly Ann.
Not everyone will disagree with them. Everybody in the line of Caribbean island, Barbados, Trinidad, is going for Shelly Ann Fraser Prize. The Caribbean thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
also, you didn't mention this, but I'm going to mention the Tampa Bay Lightning has won Stanley Cup against the Montreal Canadiens, 4-1.
Say that again? Say that again? I couldn't hear.
Tampa Bay Lightning in NHL hockey have won the Stanley Cup. They won the back-to-back championship. They won it last year during the COVID situation, and they won it again 2 nights ago, the Stanley Cup.
Oh, that's how much I follow hockey.
No, that's how much you should follow sports.
I don't like hockey.
But I don't like soccer, but we're talking about soccer.
Who's talking about soccer?
We were talking about the Euro Cup earlier. I don't watch it, but we talk about it.
Okay. What's your point?
But, if you've been talking about what people want...
I'm talking about NBA. I talked about soccer. I said that's how much I don't like hockey. Oh, I don't watch hockey. I don't pay attention to hockey. Tampa Bay won. Kudos to them. Back to back. That's awesome. That's awesome for them. Who did they play? Who did they play?
They played the Montreal Canadiens.
Oh, the Canadians were... I didn't even know that. Didn't even know.
Yeah.
Kudos to them.
Yeah.
Wow. Kudos to them. Anything else in sports?
I don't know what the Blue Jays are doing, but they're just up and down. They're hot.
Speaking of the Blue Jays actually, they're looking to come back. So by the end of July, I think
come back where?
Here.
In the Sky Dome?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna call it that other name. What you're ready to say? I don't call it that. I'm old school. I'm calling it Sky Dome. Yeah. Well,
they have been talking about and in negotiation to come back, to play the rest of the season here, which would be awesome.
I think it's fair that they should come back home.
You what?
Everybody, everybody's playing in their home field except the Blue Jays.
In baseball. And in
In
basketball on
baseball.
their own court except for
Yeah,
Raptors. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. It's time them
I
come
don't know.
home.
The Leafs got to play in Air Canada Center all season this season with Boston hockey. Every team gets to
Yeah.
play in their home stadium.
The only thing with that is that it looks like that these games are only going to be open to vaccinated people. That's one thing. I'm looking forward to going to a game, but I sense that they're going to only open it to vaccinated people, which is not fair. But whatever, that's what they did with the other hockey game. Um it's crazy right now. It really is crazy right now.
In the house for any sports show, anything like on sport. How's the best?
Yeah, I don't know.
I can sit on my Chesterfield and put my foot on my coffee table and
I like
watch the one.
for me, I like going to games. I like going to a basketball game. I like going to a baseball game and cheering with the fans and watching it live and
Oh,
hearing all the stuff and all that, seeing everything live. I really enjoy it. And
yeah.
to say because I don't have vaccine they're not going to allow me is I'm not
August,
looking forward to
CFL
hearing
football
that.
starts.
Huh?
In August, CFL football starts.
CFL is actually going to start back?
In August, yes.
For those that don't know, CFL is the Canadian Football League.
It's like the NFL, but it's in Canada.
Yeah, they were not Canadian Football League, hence. Yeah. So they did not play last year. So I guess they're coming back this year. This is what Brotha Benji is saying. Which is
one out of all the sports people.
which is
Maybe.
good. Claremont says, I know Jamaicans would say Shelly Ann would win, but you never will know now. It's good to put it to rest with a real face-off. You can doubt, but a
Let's go back
Claremont.
to 1988. It's like when we choose Ben Johnson against Carl Lewis. Everybody was pulling for Ben. Okay? Because
Ben Johnson and Carl Lewis. That's a bad comparison. If you're gonna say Donovan Bailey and Michael Johnson, but Ben Johnson and
I can't compare Michael Johnson because Michael Johnson is only a 200-meter runner. He doesn't run sprint.
But you can't compare Ben Johnson because Ben Johnson got caught with steroids.
Okay, let me use this another analogy then. It was like Tyson Gay against Usain Bolt.
Oh well, that was a no-brainer.
Thank you.
I think no, but that was a no-brainer. We knew the head start that Usain Bolt would look like he had by the margin that he would win by. But with Shelly Ann and Sha'Carri Richardson, I think it would have been a close race, but Shelly Ann would have come out on top. It would have been a close enough race. But she would come out on top for sure. I have no doubts whatsoever.
They're on the same though. They have a good start but
Yeah.
in the way we mark, that's when Shelly turned.
Yeah, and Sha'Carri's start is bad. She has a bad start. Shelly Ann is a seasoned sprinter, and she the way that Shelly Ann runs, anybody who's putting her to the test, she will run faster. It causes her to push faster.
That's why they call her Rocket.
Yeah, it's crazy. She has a crazy run. So I'm hoping that she'll be back 4 years from now. Well, 3 years from now. They'll have the next Olympics. I'm hoping so that she and Sha'Carri.
Shelly won't be there though.
I'm hoping.
Shelly 34. When she goes to the next Olympics, she's close to 40.
Yeah, and you never know. You never know. She might be like the next Vince Carter.
Vince Carter didn't win a championship.
That doesn't matter. He's in the league. He was 41. No, 44.
41.
No, me and him are same age. He's like 40, 43, 44 when he retired.
And he went to every team.
Last year retired, and he was in the league for 4 separate decades. That's why I compare her to Vince Carter.
Vince Carter played for every team in the NBA.
You're exaggerating now.
Okay, listen.
Oh my
Played for
gosh.
Atlanta. He didn't play for Boston. He didn't play for Cleveland. He played for Chicago. He didn't play for Detroit. He played for Golden State.
Well, you
He played for.
pardon?
He played like practically the whole team on his NBA, man. I was like surprised when I looked up the teams he played for. I go, you play for that team?
Well, that's how it is. That's it.
You
People
know,
move
Patrick
around a
Ewing played
lot.
for the Orlando Magic and Seattle Supersonics.
But that's how the league is now. Anyways, people in basketball are moving all around, all over the place. So, anyways, we've chat enough. Let's get back into some musics. Is there anything you want to say before I get back into the music, Benji?
All right, people. I gone. Enjoy the show. See y'all later at 6:59 to 8:59. ACFS. Hands clapping, foot stopping. But before that, you're going to listen to Spiritual Nourishment with Cheryl Underwood.
With Cheryl Underwood?
Yes. But I'll do my impression of that. You'll listen to Spiritual Nourishment with Cheryl Underwood.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just my impression of the guy that's doing the subject. So, all right, gone. All right, princess, take care.
All right, you take care.
Yeah.
You're listening to SPRLIVEFM.com, Radical Riddimz with your girl, Princess Playa. We just heard from Brother Benji. On this show, we're going to get into some new music by J Prince. Keep it moving on SPRLIVEFM.com.
Treading so long, treading to Mount Zion. We got to keep it moving. Ah, yeah. We got to keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. Cause over Zion, I hear music in the air. Over Zion, I hear music in the air. I know one day everything is gonna be okay. After the rain comes the sun, night falls, then morning comes. I know that it's hurting, but we got to keep moving, moving. Put your trust in God, friend. Keep the feet them moving, moving. Walking on the rocky road, whether slow or fast. When the trouble come upon you, here's what you got to do. Keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. Cause over Zion, I hear music in the air. Over Zion, I hear music in the air. He hears your cry, so don't you worry, child. Once you've got Christ, you can dry your eyes. Mister, no giving up, no giving up, no giving up, no giving up, no surrender, not now or never. Could be snow or thunderstorm, any weather. Say, keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. Cause over Zion, I hear music in the air. Over Zion, I hear music in the air. Keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. Cause over Zion, I hear music in the air. Over Zion, I hear music in the air. Sweet holy music, moving. Sweet holy music, over Zion now. Don't stop moving. I hear music. It's a cool. Yo, always on timing. Papa, oh, always providing. Always. Jehovah Jireh, God a provider, always providing, so always on timing.
Where's the Jason Yankee? Channel answer to the big man.
Hallelujah, glory be to God. Yeah. My father is a millionaire.
in a me book pack. Gather with Jehovah Jireh, we take what we need and guess what? No have to
My
put
father
back.
is a millionaire. I'm stepping and go. My father is a millionaire. I'm stepping and go. He step right in. I'm stepping and go. Every morning I wake. I'm stepping and go. Daddy, oh, always providing. Papa, oh, always in timing. Jehovah Jireh, God, you're providing. Always providing. Always in timing. Yeah. Yeah. From me head to me toe, me bless. Walking in victory, said no need to be stressed. Me wear prosperity, that I me best. Yes. My daddy money king, me the prince, you know. Won the world, the bank and the bricks. My father is a millionaire. I'm stepping and go. My father is a millionaire. I'm stepping and go. He step right in. I'm stepping and go. Every morning I wake. I'm stepping and go. My father is a millionaire. I'm stepping and go. My father is a millionaire. I'm stepping and go. He step right in. I'm stepping and go. Every morning I wake. I'm stepping and go.
Mr. Praise come to tell them again. Mr. Praise come to tell them. Mark it, chop. Everybody fear walk with a praise. Everybody fear rock with a praise. Everybody fear. Mr. Praise come to tell them again. Mr. Praise come to tell them. Mark it, chop. Everybody fear walk with a praise. Everybody fear rock with a praise. Everybody fear jump with a praise. Praise. Chop. Everybody fear walk with a praise. Everybody fear rock with a praise. Everybody fear jump with a praise. Praise. Chop. I could have sat them on in praise. Or I saw them on in praise. Young and old fear have a praise. Every soul fear have a praise. Choke a runner, walk with a praise. Lose a job, walk with a praise. Feel stress and depressed, walk with a praise. Speak life over death, send up the praise. Chop. Everybody fear walk with a praise. Everybody fear rock with a praise. Everybody fear jump with a praise. Praise. Chop. Everybody fear walk with a praise. Everybody fear rock with a praise. Everybody fear jump with a praise. Praise. In a prayer meeting, walk with a praise. Financial meltdown. Government feel frustration, get enough. Everybody full of fear. Long time praise, I tell them, come with a praise. When the praises go up, blessing we come down. Come down, God blessing, come down. A prayer a day, keep the devil away. King Jehovah, man, alone, him a get all the praise. So, Canada praise, England praise, Europe praise, Africa praise, Chile praise, US praise, Cayman praise, Guyana praise, Belize praise, Bajan praise, Vinci praise, Montserrat praise, Lucian praise. Everybody know, Yardman style, Jamaica praise. Everybody fear walk with a praise. Everybody fear rock with a praise. Everybody fear jump with a praise. Praise. Sure. Everybody fear walk with a praise. Everybody fear rock with a praise. Everybody fear jump with a praise. Praise. Sure. Yeah, big up God, you know. As you see where me look back for me life.
Jesus is the new wave. Still drop. Lord, I give you all the glory, glory. And I give you all the honor. Yeah. For everything that you do. Yeah. I'm a praise your name. I'm a praise your name. I'm feeling your fire burning my heart too. Don't need no extinguisher, I'm flaming for you, Lord. Nah. This kind of favor without no labor, nah. You are my God, you are my everything. Lord, I give you all the glory. And I give you all the honor. And for everything that you do. Yeah. I'm praise your name, I'm praise your name. You are my God and my owner. It's by your grace that I'm covered. Save gang to forever. Jehovah, you are my God and my owner. It's by your grace that I'm covered. Save gang to forever. Yeah. I'm feeling your fire burning my heart too. Don't need no extinguisher, I'm flaming for you, Lord. This kind of favor without no labor, nah. You are my God, you are my everything. Lord, I give you all the glory. And I give you all the honor. Yeah. For everything that you do. Yeah. I'm praise your name. Honor, praise your name. Way back, didn't know my life would be so beautiful. Didn't know my life would be so beautiful with you. But every year, Jesus, you've been there for me. And you did burn my heart with everything that you do. The things 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 that you do for me. The things that you do. 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 Lord, I give you all the glory. And I give you all the honor. For everything that you do. Yeah. I'm praise your name. I'm praise your name. Jesus is the way.
Oh my God, is Guyana a real place? It must be, and it's summertime. Yeah, summer, yeah. Summer, yeah. Summer. Yeah, hey you, come and roll with the crew. You not like we, but we like you. Place down hot where you want, if we do, let we chill on the vibe, just me and you. Don't waste no time with the fool. Guyanese born, we don't roll with no tool. Playing it safe, so we live by the rule. Father, make this life so, make a cut and go through. Beat wrong, no bush, facts. Life expensive as hell, tax. Have footprints on all of my tracks with a positive vibe, so me never look back. Yeah, rolling big in the summer. We not own no Benz, no Hummer. Just the life that we live, cause Father done make sure me a winner. So I be teased, I be sing hallelujah. We don't want no war, no fuss, no crime. See we strolling, me and the crew, yeah we rolling with these vibes. Only your mercy make me wake up fresh, now we have a nice time. Summer upon we mind, summer upon we mind. Summer upon we mind. Call the taxi quick, come quick to the beach, and you know I don't want to be late. End to end, early gone, we're there. Done dress and we there by the gate. See we food basket. Curry chicken roti, cook up a nice thing. Everybody bring, yeah, it's It's a full out Guyanese swing. Auntie Rishma sing with she bygone. Uncle M stuff egg in the file pan. Baba G with the juice is she right on. Cover tight, nothing spilling out here. Rosalind fry rice and she baking. All she picnic singing about chicken. All the big plans that we making. Family, summertime is here. And we don't hold no malice. And we don't fuss no fight. The family and friends are here, so everything's alright. So much love we feel today, because the sun's so bright. And not a cloud up in the sky. And everybody let's sing, say summer, 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 yeah. Summer, 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 yeah. Summer, 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 summer. So I be sing hallelujah. We don't want no war, no fuss, no crime. See we strolling, we and the crew, yeah we rolling with the vibes. Only your mercy, make we wake up fresh, now we have a nice time. Summer upon we mind, summer upon we mind. Summer, 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 summer upon we mind. Lobby sing hallelujah. We don't want no war, no fuss, no crime. See we strolling, we and the crew, yeah we rolling with the vibes. Only your mercy, make we wake up fresh, now we have a nice time. Summer upon we mind, summer upon we mind. Summer, 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 summer upon we mind.
Coming to you live 24 hours, 7 days a week. You are listening to Streaming Praise Radio, first internet Christian broadcasting station operating in Toronto, Canada. You are listening to Streaming Praise Radio.
Yes, you're listening to Streaming Praise Radio, SPRLIVEFM.com. It is Radical Riddimz with your girl Princess Playa. We were listening to Sean English 365-7. I love that song, but it kind of makes me hungry when I hear about curry goat and rice and peas and all them something. I feel for that right now. It's summer. I miss living with my mom because we used to get that a lot, and I don't get it often because I don't cook it for myself. So, Mommy, I miss you. I know she's watching. I miss you, Mommy. Not just because of the food you cook, but you. I miss you. Oh my God, with that song. I love that song. It gets me into a good summer vibe. Oh my goodness. But we have another new song coming up just now. But I wanted to get into something quick. I do want to remind you, yes, we are still in, I don't want to call it a pandemic. I believe there is a health crisis going on. I was speaking to somebody this week and they said, I don't want to call it a pandemic. And I had to agree. So we said, let's call it a health crisis because that's really what it is. Now, I think it was this week, Tyler Perry, everybody knows the director, actor, producer, all those things. Tyler Perry, he came out with a video talking about vitamin D and talking about how Black people are normally deficient in vitamin D. And vitamin D is something we get from the sun. It's something that gives us the ability to fight off viruses as well. So he advised that people go and check out if they're deficient in vitamin D. And if you are, get your vitamin D supplements to build up your immune system. The other thing I want to remind people to do is to get ginger and garlic. Ginger and garlic. Boost up your immune. Ginger, garlic, turmeric, honey. These are lemon. These are things that you can use, blend up, and take on a regular basis. Doesn't have to be every single day, but a regular basis just to boost your immune, to kill off any viruses that are in your body or trying to germinate, grow in your body. Just to remind you to do that, and also remind you of a drug that has been used in Europe and some parts of the US, but they haven't publicized it for obvious reasons. It's used to combat COVID-19, coronavirus, and that is ivermectin. Ivermectin, Ivermectin. Look it up for yourself. You will see plenty information about that. That is available. for people who need it to combat uh, COVID-19. Um, Also, I wanted to bring up a couple of things about the vaccine. Now, people are choosing to take the vaccine, and that is your choice whether you choose to take it or not. But I'd like to give some information. So, number one, what I was seeing people were doing was giving the vaccine to their children. That's something that you would definitely have to really look into, because apparently Pfizer, it says the age group who can get this vaccine is 12 years old and older. And when it comes to Moderna and the Johnson and Johnson, which is the Janssen vaccine, it's 18 and over. So it's not 12 years old and over, it's 18 and over. So all those parents thinking of having their children get the vaccine, you want to make sure that you are really looking into this and seeing if this is the right thing for your child. Also, they were saying about Pfizer and Moderna, it came out, and know this, don't be surprised that things are coming out about the vaccines when they say, this is what's happening, this is what's happening, because it's still being tested. This is still a trial, period. This has not been approved, meaning it's gone through all its testing and trials. It's not approved yet. It's only authorized for emergency use. So when I see people surprised that they're now saying that it's causing a rare heart inflammation, it's a rare heart inflammation risk in teenagers and young adults, people are surprised. You can't be surprised, because they're learning about what the effects that it has on people. So there's going to be more things coming out. So yes, they've came out recently and said that there is a rare heart inflammation risk, and they found it significantly in young people, in teenagers and young adults. So those under 30, probably 25 and younger, between 12 and 25. So that's something that you want to look into and really think about before you say, okay, I'm going to have my children, take this vaccine, or even you yourself, because I forget, something else came out about the vaccine that there's different things with this health risk. So you want to look into that. The other thing that's happening is in Canada, we had AstraZeneca. In the States, I know they don't even acknowledge that. But in Canada and other countries, like third world countries, they ship AstraZeneca over there. But Canada, we had it for a little bit and then they stopped it. They're no longer giving the first dose, but those that got the first dose, they have an option of getting the second dose of AstraZeneca or getting a dose of Pfizer or Moderna. Now, tell me, AstraZeneca is not an mRNA vaccine. Moderna and Pfizer is. So can you imagine what kind of an effect it can have on the body if you now mix? It just seems weird to me that people would do that. I mean, I don't understand people just volunteering their body for trial use, but I'm not going to get into that. But the mixing part now, to me, sounds dangerous. You're mixing two different types of vaccines, and also they're from two different manufacturers. I don't know what to say about that. Moderna is one where they said if you have allergies, you shouldn't take the Moderna vaccine. And I'm just putting things out there for people to really think about and realize, and maybe you haven't done enough research. So I'm just putting it out there. And now it's come out that I think for the Pfizer, they're saying that there may need to be a booster shot. So people need to take a third dose of the vaccine. Guys, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say about it. But All I can say is God be with you if you decide to take the vaccine. Know what you are taking, know what you're getting yourself into. If it's no rush to take it, your life is not depending on it, don't take it. The other thing that I found interesting is this is from the CDC. Now, I look at a lot of things from the CDC because public health here in Canada, they're not exposing any data whatsoever. Like, it's not publicized out there like CDC is coming out with some stuff. So this is one thing that I found very interesting. This was a post from June about the coronavirus and vaccine. So it says, they have this picture and it says mRNA COVID-19 vaccines can reduce your risk of infection by 91%. Other benefits for people who are fully or partially vaccinated and still got COVID-19 include fewer total days sick, fewer sick days in bed, less likely to have fever or chills, may be less likely to spread the virus to others, may be less likely to spread the virus to others, less likely to have fever or chills. It doesn't mean that you won't get it. It doesn't mean that you won't experience fever. It doesn't mean that you can't spread it. So caution. People are like, I want to hurry up and get my vaccine so I can hug you again. You still have to take caution. Still have to take caution. So right now in Canada, I just looked it up. We have 5,000 active cases. 5,000 active cases out of 33 million people. In the States, they have 400,000 active cases, I believe it was, I saw, out of 300 million, 330 million. I believe that's the number. Hold on. No, sorry. 4 million active cases in the U.S. And you know what, Brother Claremont, you had brought up about how they're not wearing masks in the white people them country because you're looking at the game, the England and Italy game, which is right now it's tied 1-1. And why they're not wearing masks in the UK at Wembley, and they should be because they're the ones that had variants going crazy. And right now they have 600,000 active cases, and yesterday they had 32,000 new cases. Why do they have masks? They have no masks there, but they have masks in the Caribbean nations. They make sure to put the mask on in the Caribbean nations and in North America. I have no answers for that whatsoever, but I just don't know what to say about it, guys. I really don't. I look at this thing and there's a lot of question marks left, right, and center. Left, right, and center. I don't get it, but I just want to share that knowledge with you. Let me go to the chat and see what we're saying. Ginger tea is the best, Sister Shireen. Yes, I see you. Miss Sister Shireen also says, not me and my kids, and I don't want the vaccine. Me neither. Brother Claremont said, I was asked if 600,000 who died from COVID-19 is not enough for me to take the vaccine. That's how many people died in the U.S. It's still not enough because people are dying from the vaccine, and who wants to be that one? You know, I definitely don't want to be that one where knowingly I injected myself with something where I'm doing good so far. I've gone away, I've been on a plane, I'm doing well so far, so I'm not going to inject myself. Yeah. So I just want to give you that little tidbits. I want to say to my people in the live chat, my radical Riddimz, that's what I'm going to call you guys. I love you guys. I love the chats that we have in the group. Sometimes I don't even bring it to the air. We're just chatting and being real and sharing, and I'm getting to know you all. I just love this. I feel like I'm in a backyard just listening to music and just vibing and praising God and also just reasoning at the same time. I love you all so much. Let me get back into music because we have only a little bit of time leaving the show. Let's hear some new music from Minister Taff, Live My Life on SPRLIVEFM.com.
Yo.
I want to tell us a life too short, you know. Too short. The Bible says Jesus died for give me life and life more abundantly, you know. That's why we have to live up, yeah. So me I go live my life in a style. Yes, yeah. Me I live my life, me I live my life. Every day me get up, me I live my life. Me I live my life, me I live my life. Every day me get up, me I live my life. Me I live my life, me I live my life. Every day me get up, me I live my life. Me I live my life, me I live my life. Every day me get up, me I live my life. Get up every day and live my life. Christ died on the cross for me life. You can't stay there and watch my life. Stop it. Me clothes clean and me shoes well nice. Put on me clothes and me step out the road. Any cologne and now I fit and forge. Me now I fi have a car, take the bus. Yes, sir. Watch who your power with no outfit just. Me I live my life, me I live my life. Every day me get up, me I live my life. Me I live my life, me I live my life. Every day me get up, me I live my life. Me I live my life, me I live my life. Every day me get up, me I live my life. Me I live my life, me I live my life. Every day me get up, me I live my life. As a youth, me say me no fi satisfied. Yeah, man. Now say me soul I go bust no pipe. No, sir. Me work and so me I go enjoy myself. Go to the movies, me no buckle pan shelf. No. Life too short, me I go enjoy myself. Yeah, man. That no say me I go innocent thing. No. Them the ways, them me put it in a bin. Yeah, man. Link up my friend them over there so make we sing. Me I live my life, me I live my life. Every day me get up, me I live my life. Me I live my life, me I live my life. Every day me get up, me I live my life. Me I live my life, me I live my life. Every day me get up, me I live my life. Me I live my life, me I live my life. Every day me get up, me I live my life. Yeah, me answer no man. You see if you do good, people talk. You see if you do bad, people talk same way. So here one man, just live your life, yeah son, just live it for God. You see me I say, yeah man, yeah.
Joe praise everywhere.
I'm favored from my head to toe. I'm favored. Everybody know. Everywhere I go, I see nothing but favor. Everything I do, I see nothing but favor. Everywhere I go, I see nothing but favor. Everything I do, I see nothing but favor. Favor, see nothing but favor. Favor, I say my name is Favor. What's your name? 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 See, I'm counting my blessings. Blessings too much, I'm giving. You can call me a giver. Too much money I'm spending, yo. Try, not before me. This one a grace and favor. You can see I'm blessed, so I change my name to Favor. Try, I like it the way you do. Now you be the God where they do. Plus the things you do. They call me Favor. I like it the way you do. Now you be the God where they do. Plus the things you do. Oh, you call me Favor. What's your name? 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 Favor. Favor every day. Favor. Favor everywhere. Favor every day. Favor everywhere. Every day I'm favor. Every night I'm favor. Everywhere I'm favor. You can call me Favor. 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 What's your name? Oh, na.
Yes, we've come to that time. 2 minutes left until the show. But if you're watching by YouTube, I'm gonna do a little OT. But I have to sign off on the radio. So, right after this is Cheryl Underwood with Spiritual Nourishment from 5 p.m. until 7 p.m. And at 7 p.m. tonight is Brotha Benji live and in living color with hands clapping, foot stomping. You don't want to change that station. You don't want to move and go nowhere. All right. Have a blessed Sunday and a blessed week. Princess Playa is out.
Lord, you never fail me yet. Oh God, you never fail me yet. Lord, you never fail me yet. Oh God, you never fail me yet. Battling temptation, almost destroyed by Satan. But Father, you had a next plan. When I was unstable, to keep me you were able. Lord, you showed you are faithful. And you never left me. You did not desert me. Time and time again, you rescued me. You kept watching over me. You wrapped your arms around me. Though I did deserve your grace and mercy, Lord, you never failed me yet. Oh God, you never failed me yet. Lord, you never failed me yet. Oh God, you never failed me yet. You never ever, never ever ever. You never ever, never ever fail me. You never ever, never ever fail me yet. No, you never ever, never ever. You never ever, never ever fail me. You never ever, never ever fail me yet.
Saints of God, has the Lord been good to you, and you? Why don't you join me as we sing and dance like King David? I will praise his name every day, every night. I know that my life will never be the same again. Gonna praise you, Lord. Without you, I don't know what I would have done with my life in this world. Yeah, here I am today, praising God because saved my life. Every time I call on His name, He has blessed my soul, never let me die. I'm so blessed by the Almighty God. The Lord will bless somebody here today. 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 That's what Jesus stands for. Jesus stands for him. That's what Jesus stands for. Jesus stands for him. Clap for Jesus, clap for Jesus, clap for him. Jump for Jesus, jump for Jesus, jump for him. From the rising of the sun till it's going down, your name must be praised. From the rising of the sun till it's going down, your name must be praised. Jesus, you are my Lord. In my life, you reign and rule forevermore. I am covered and washed with your blood, my Lord. No weapon fashioned against me shall prosper. The Lord will bless somebody here today. 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 That's what Jesus stands for. Jesus stands for Lord will bless somebody here today. The 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 Lord will bless somebody here today. You are the faithful God, wonderful God. That's so. We're here to praise you, Baba. Take all your glory. Jesus, you don't wallow. You have done so good, oh. I will give you glory and forever exalt you. Well. Papa, you've done so well. You have done so good, oh. I will give you glory and forever exalt you. Well. The Lord is my shepherd. Oh yes, I shall not want. You said you supply all of my needs. You said it, I will never lack it. Now I'm forevermore. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me, shall follow you forevermore. I know you are my strength. Oh my God, Daddy, you are my anchor. You are the horn of my salvation. Amen. Jesus, you don't wallow. You have done so good, oh. I will give you glory and forever exalt you. Well. Papa, you've done so well. You have done so good, oh. I will give you glory and forever exalt you. Well. The Lord is my rock. You are my fortress. Some trust in chariots, others in horses. Who remember the name of the Lord? I got watchman watches in vain. If God doesn't watch over a city, my strength shall no man prevail. Papa, you reign next forever.
Submission for the king. Down to the west, I'm headed. Blood brother sing. Taking a ride, I'm going down to the west. I want them to say Jesus, the man the best. Yes, taking a ride, I'm going down to the west. And I don't need no bulletproof vest. Good God, taking a ride, I'm going down to the west. I want them to say Jesus, the man the best. Yes, taking a ride, I'm going down to the west. And I don't need no bulletproof vest.
Why? Because the God send me. His work I shall perform no matter who attempt me. Me nah go keep calm, you better learn to love me. Me here down in the west, say them nah no mercy. Them willing to kill you, them no show no sympathy. But there is no weapon that form against me shall prosper. Cause I am saved by Jehovah. Oh now,
taking a ride, I'm going down to the west. One them know say Jesus, the man the best. Yes, taking a ride, I'm going down to the west. And I don't need no bulletproof vest. Good God, taking a ride, I'm going down to the west. I want them to say Jesus, the man the best. Yes, taking a ride, I'm going down to the west. And I don't need no bulletproof vest. Son, now I'm riding to the west. Me have good news to bring. Now go one climb on the name of it now. Run in a sling. Cowboy and Indian, something don't know. The thing is my responsibility. If we tell them all about in them down. No more the man no down and down for his cross. Send him blood for us and so that me. So won't be lost. We end them from the future. Want to live back in on the past. And I post about to one who are riding. So taking a ride, I'm going down to the west. I want them to say Jesus, the man the best. Yes, taking a ride, I'm going down to the west. And I don't need no bulletproof vest. Good guide. Taking a ride, I'm going down to the west. I want them to say Jesus, the man the best. Yes, taking a ride, I'm going down
Indian we born and narrow them come. Never know all them need was a very sharp tongue. We try to sound a little demon them down so.
Taking a ride, I'm going down to the west. I want them to say Jesus, I'm on the best. Yes, taking a ride, I'm going down to the west. And I don't need no bulletproof vest. Good day. Taking a ride, I'm going down to the west. I want them to say Jesus, I'm on the best. Yes, taking a ride, I'm going down to the west. And I don't need no bulletproof vest. So
it have a vibe in the air right now. Everybody want Jesus. Yes, it have a vibe in the air right now. Everybody want Jesus. Ready to go, to go, to go, to go. We ready. Oh, oh, oh. We ready to go, to go, to go, to go. Hey, hey. The atmosphere charge up. Hey, it charge up. The atmosphere charge up. It charge up. The atmosphere charge up. It charge up. The atmosphere charge up. It charge up. The atmosphere coming together. Shot put 1,000 to flies. Coming together. Shot put 10,000 to flies. Coming together. Coming together. Holy Ghost take over. We ready now. Every race, every creed, everyone, every flag, color scheme with the sun. A holy nation, lift up your banner for this one. A royal team, saddle up with your crown. And when you see we coming, together we take. And when you see we fighting, together we pray. We out there on the front line, together we take. Together we take. The atmosphere charge up. It charge up. 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 The atmosphere vibe in the air right now. Everybody want Jesus. Yes, it's a vibe in the air right now. Everybody want Jesus. Family, we're coming together. Shot up 1,000 to flight. Coming together. Shot up 10,000 to flight. We coming together. Coming together. Holy Ghost take over. Hey, we ready now. We ready. We charge up. We ready. We ready.
Yeah, I'm ready again. Whoa, tell them it is over, over. This battle is over, over. Tell them it is over, over. This battle is over, over. Yeah, I've got faith like a mustard seed. Tell them I got faith like a mustard seed. I got faith like a mustard seed. Tell them I got faith like a mustard seed. Yeah. Don't ever tell me that I can't make it. Nah. Don't ever tell me that I can't do this. Nah. Don't ever tell me that God can't kill me. Nah. Don't ever tell me that God can't see me through. Cause we can move the mountain. We can move the mountain. I want you to know. Hey, we can move the mountain. We can move the mountain. I want you to know. I got faith like a mustard seed. Faith like a mustard seed. Tell them I got faith like a mustard seed. Yeah. Faith like a mustard seed. Whoa, oh, oh. Don't never tell me that I can't rise again. Don't never tell me that God can't heal the pain. Don't never tell me that God can't break the chains. Don't never tell me that God won't rule again. We can move the mountain. We can move the mountain. I want you to know. We can move the mountain. We can move the mountain. I want you to know. I got faith like a mustard seed. Faith like a mustard seed. to know. They can move the mountains. They can move the mountains. I want you to know I got faith like a mustard seed. Faith like a mustard seed. Tell them I got faith like a mustard seed. Faith like a mustard seed. Faith like a mustard seed. I got faith like a mustard seed. Tell them I got faith like a mustard seed. Faith like a mustard seed. Tell them it is over, over. Tell them it is over, over. Yeah. This battle is over, over. Yeah. Tell them it is over, over. Oh, I got faith like a mustard seed. Faith like a mustard seed. Tell them I got faith like a mustard seed.
Yeah. Take Joe. Nice, Louis. Papa Son. Daniel Musgrove. Yeah. Get something and wave. Wave it. Get something and wave. Wave it. Get something and wave. Wave it. Get something and wave. Grab something and wave. Wave it. Grab something and wave. Wave it. Grab something and wave. Wave it. If you love the Lord, get something and wave. Wave it high up to the sky. If you know my God's alive, in His love I will find. Come on, come on. Grab something and wave. If God's been good to you, and He's always rescued you from all the storms that you've been through. He's the one who saved my soul, gave me peace and self-control. I owe everything to Him. In this dream I can't defend. When I'm weak, He gives me strength. When I'm down, He picks me up. When I'm lost, He shows the way. So grab something and wave. Get something and wave. Wave it. Get something and wave. Wave it. Get something and wave. Wave it. If you love the Lord, grab something and wave. Wave it. Grab something and wave. Wave it. Grab something and wave. Wave it. If you love the Lord, grab something and wave. Grab something and give Him your praise. Elohim, my God, the Most High. Wipe all of my tears when I cry. He's a wonder down in my soul, and my faith is making me bold. Lord is good, so come take and see that He's giving the victory. He's left the name of the one that can heal you, the one that can save your soul, that's the one that can make you whole. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Get something and wave. Wave it. Get something and wave. Wave it. If you love the Lord, grab something and wave. Wave it. Grab something and wave. Wave it. Grab something and wave. Wave it. If you love the Lord, get something and wave it. Wave it up, let me see you wave it. Celebrate, it's not too late. Hold them out, we just walk by faith. I wanna see all hands up in the air, waving around like you don't care. We bound to change the atmosphere. This is your breakthrough, yeah. Thank you, Lord, for all that you do. All them storms that you brought me through. I don't have to worry about the thing. All praise goes to the King.
You heard that. This is the breakthrough year 2021. Receive that.
All hands up in the air. This is your breakthrough, yeah. Let's go. Get something and wave. Wave it. Get something and wave. Wave it. Get something and wave. Wave it. If you love the Lord, grab something and wave. Wave it. Grab something and wave. Wave it. Grab something and wave. Wave it. If you love the Lord.
Can I be stand up and I sit down, me no sit down. Blaze with me praise and the fire not burn. Do what figure down, we not cool down. We belong to the Father and the Son. Listen me, you see that foot here, it have to praise Him. And in the ear, put it up, make we heal Him. My God, this truly amazing. Nothing can replace Him.
We know Papa. Blessing now we all every day.
Yo, the lingo. I want them ready for that one.
Something about your love. Jehovah, your Jesus, your love has got a hold on me. Yes, your love has got a hold on me. Your agape love has got a hold on me. Yes, Jesus, your love
asking how come you might ask what. Listen to the lyrics, I am coming to that. Me never smoke weed and me never burn crack. Never rap chung, now rap anti-pot. Never drop out of school and turn down spot. That's when me know and say I price on my back. Jesus, your love has got a hold on me. Yes, your love has got a hold on me. Your agape love has got a hold on me. Jesus, your love has got a hold on me. Listen me, can't believe that your son died for me, sir. Who used to sneak around with Nisha and Keisha. But your agape love, it taught me that you cleanse me, and right now I am free. Oh gosh, and I can't live the life anymore, 'cause you have proved to me over and over. Your agape love is the only love to keep me pure. Jesus, your love has got a hold on me. Something about your love has got a hold on me. Your First Corinthian love has got a hold on me. Something about that love has got a hold on me. The lingo dear one, make me start from the top. Born in the ghetto, but me never bust no clock. Some asking how comes, you might ask what. Listen to the lyrics, I am coming to that. Me never smoke weed, never burn crack. Never rap chung, nor rap anti-pot. Never drop out of school and turn down spot. That's when me know I say I Christ on my back. Jesus, your love has got a hold on me. Yes, your love has got a hold on me. Say your agape love has got a hold on me. Yes, Jesus, your love has got a hold on me. Follow me now.
You better believe me. Oh God, like Jehovah, over Jireh. So me tell them say, my daddy is the king, so I am royalty. Oh, my daddy is the king, so that means I am royalty. Oh, my father is the king, so I am royalty. I'm way up with him, way up with him, way up with him, yeah. You could tell them, say, I bet you didn't know I was a bastard. To tell you the truth, I was born in shame. If you call my name, I couldn't answer. I had no legacy, I no inheritance to claim. But that's not the end of my story. So don't you chuck me off on a shelf, 'cause I encountered the king of glory. And him says, Sammy, me watch you for myself. So him clean me up, turn me round, lift me head, fix me crown, love me right, grace among me not last, no one found. Show me off, call me son, change my name, bless me song. Now the blessing can't turn down. So me have the boss. My daddy is a king, so I am a royalty, royalty. Yeah. It no matter what you say about me, 'cause you never ever get him to agree. I'm way up with him, way up with him, way up, way up with him. I don't stress too much about my problems, and to tell you the truth, I've got quite a few. 'Cause one man alone I know can solve them, and there is really nothing that he can do. If we talk about sin, I was the chiefest, and people put me off on the shelf. But I encountered a love that's the realest. And it says, Sammy, me want you for myself. So him clean me up, turn me round, lift my head, fix me crown, love me right, grace among me not last, no one found. Show me off, call me son, change my name, bless me song. Now the blessing can't turn down. So me have a boss. My daddy is the king, so I am royalty. You better believe it. My father is a king, so that means I am royalty. Oh yeah, my daddy is a king, so I am a Father's name and the enemies are conquered. Power in my words, you better believe. I'm walking like a prince, but my mansion's up yonder, smiling at my haters. All about the kingdom and Jesus is the founder. Let me see the hook a little longer, yeah. My father is a king, so I am royalty. You better believe it. My father is a king, so that means I am. Watch the way me walk, watch the way me talk, yeah. My daddy is a king, so I am royalty. And I'm way up, I'm seated, I'm seated. I need love, do things you I'm a designer. I made your jeans. I'm a provider, provide everything. I'm patient and strong. I'm not losing you. Been so patient so long, it's confusing you. I'm a light in the dark. When you're lost, I'm your light. Yeah. When your light need a spark, I bring you life. It's the truth, you know. I'm the truth, you know. Yes, I plan for you, but not for you. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Abba, some people only know you as Yahweh. I tell them I know you as Father. I don't mean that nothing less than honor. Put respect on his name. Ay, blessings, bless you know what confessing those for professional gain. Who professional? What the rest is known, but blessed is your name. I got nothing left, you know I ain't stressing no way. I got less than your pain, so I'm nothing less than okay.
In the beginning was the word, and beyond that was nothing. Imagine a time or place where there's no sunset, no sun rising. Word life spoken is more potent than violence. Prehistoric condition before the foundation of science. Only planet where the breath of life is in existence. One of a kind in a universe so meticulous. From this is born what we label in human language as stars bear witness to life formed from the dust of a planet.
Counting on my blessings. Jehovah, you have been so good to me. Counting on my blessings. Jehovah, you have been so good to me. You've given me favor, healing, miracles, dominion and power. Oh, I'm counting on my blessings. Jehovah, you have been so good to me. Counting all my blessings. Jehovah, you have been so good to me. From year to year, month to month, week to week, day to day, every hour, every minute, every second. Oh, how can I thank you, Lord, for all your goodness? How can I thank you, Lord, for all your blessings? All I got to say is thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. All I got to say is thank you, Lord. Counting all my blessings. Jehovah, you have been so good to me. I'm counting all my blessings. Jehovah, you have been so so good to me. For my children, for my wife, for my husband, for my job, for the food we eat, for the house we live in, for the clothes we wear. Ooh, how can I thank you, Lord, for all your goodness? How can I thank you, Lord, for all your blessings? All I got to say is thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. All I got to say is thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I'm counting all my blessings. Jehovah, you have been so good to me. I'm counting all my blessings. Jehovah, you have been so good to me. You've given me favor, healing, miracles, dominion and power. Oh, oh, counting all my blessings. Jehovah, you have been so good to me. Ooh, I'm counting all my blessings. So good to me. Said I'm counting all.
Thank you for staying with me in this after party of radical Riddimz on SPRLIVEFM.com, although we're off radio. I'm about to play the last song, and I hope that this blesses you. Jermaine Edwards, My Champion.
I am grateful for the love you gave to me. My heart is overwhelmed. I don't wanna call you only when I'm in need. I want your presence to stay with me. We are weak, but you are strong. Oh yeah, you are our champion. I love you with my heart, my mind and my soul. Whatever you say is so.